Hey everyone, with the release of Divinity Original Sin 2 coming out tomorrow, I figured this would be a perfect time to give some tips on how to get ready for Sin 2. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Tip number 1. The real battle begins before the fighting starts. In Divinity Original Sin, you need to plan your attacks, your defenses, your negotiations, everything. Everything takes strategy in Divinity, and if you're planning on rushing in head-on without being in Explorer mode, you're going to have a hard time getting anywhere. This is why you always want to plan your fights ahead of time. Set up ambushes, summon creatures and totems, buff your characters, change the environment even. Anything you can possibly do to ensure your team will achieve victory, you should aim to do. Also be sure to make use of the crafting menu, which can be accessed by pressing the G key. In a game like this, you'll need to conserve your scrolls, potions, and equipment if you're going to survive. Tip number 2. Your party composition is a huge priority. The nice thing about Divinity Original Sin 2 is you're able to choose from multiple specializations to assign to NPC companions when you recruit them. This allows you to tailor your party composition to your liking and allow for a unique gameplay experience. However, that still doesn't change the fact that Divinity Original Sin 2 is a hard game. If you don't plan everything, including your party composition, you'll have a hell of a time. To start, your characters will need to specialize in either one or a few things. Every character needs to have their strengths and their weaknesses that can be complemented by other party members. If 1 out of 4 members is the jack of all trades and tries to do everything at once, it could make the entire party weaker, especially if that person dies during a fight or in a random occurrence. After considering that, be sure to note that you don't have to follow the Holy Trinity to achieve success in Divinity, meaning a healer, tank, and DPS is all required. Tailoring your party around that, however, will definitely help you in the long run. In Divinity, you'll be able to reach a point where you can spec into multiple trees, but as mentioned before, you want to make sure you don't spread yourself too thin and are specialized. For example, you could have character trees like a ranger with huntsman / polymorph, or a rogue with scoundrel / 𝕲𝖊𝖉𝖎, or even a tank with warfare / geomancer, instead of a warrior with warfare, geomancer, pyrokinetic, and polymorph like you wouldn't want to do. Tip number 3. Always have a thief in your party or access to a thief. Thieves are very important in Divinity. They can lighten both your experience and your in-game wallet. A legitimate tactic that you can use with thieves is to talk to a vendor to direct their attention towards a specific area, which you can view by holding the shift key to see their cone of vision, and you can pickpocket equipment plus gold to help empower your party and ensure survival. Something you can also do is buy or sell something to an NPC, and if your thief's skill is high enough, you can steal it back. Make sure you don't get caught though. You could trigger combat or be sent to jail as a result. Thieves are also very useful for lockpicking chests and doors, just in case you don't have the means to break them, which you can do easily using ranged weapons or spells. They can also be used for pickpocketing quest-related items or dishing a huge amount of damage to enemies via the scoundrel tree. Tip number 4. Always pay attention to the story and conversations. The conversations and choices we have in Divinity can have a massive impact on our experiences. It can be the difference between triggering a losing battle or avoiding combat and completing quests without bloodshed. The strategy needed to survive in Divinity doesn't just apply to the fight. It also expands over your ability to know when it's time to negotiate or treat with people, and when there's no other choice but to fight. The tags you choose during character creation to define your character can also create custom dialogue options during conversation that can produce a different outcome than a normal option. Paying attention to what's going on in the story can also help you execute the correct dialogue option for how you want things to play out. Tip number 5. Exploration is key, and there's no shame in fleeing a fight. Something to make peace with before you even start Divinity is that you will be in danger of dying a lot. Like a lot. And if you're not in danger of dying, you could find yourself in danger of being in a fight that looks like you can't win. That's why if things start to get hectic, you do have the option to flee combat, a tactic you can use to pick apart the enemy party. You can kill one unit and then retreat to re-engage with your entire party all healed up. It may be seen as a bit exploited to do it that way, but you really need to use all the tools in your arsenal if you're going to survive. And more often than not, you'll find yourself outnumbered. It's also important to explore the area around you. picking up quests to reel in all the experience you can and hunt down hidden treasures to start building your characters into seasoned adventurers. I hope these tips aid you on your journey in possibly one of the best strategy RPGs to date, Divinity Original Sin 2. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked the video, please be sure to subscribe and comment below on your experiences with Divinity, and maybe even some other tips you would like to offer to the players. I'm sure we'd all love to hear them. I hope you have a good night or day, and I'll see you next time. Farewell.